here we are getting back at it, getting back to chapter 11, the importance of multiple revenue streams. Subtitled, I didn't know why most real estate agents are stuck in a single revenue stream business model. And this chapter kind of goes over the fact that a lot of agents might not know that there's other avenues for them to add value to their business, add income streams to their business, and not knowing is no longer an excuse. That's what this chapter is kind of about. Just because you don't know something doesn't mean that it brings everything back and wipes the slate clean. It's up to us to find out what we can do, how we can better ourselves. How can we find these things out that people are doing that are putting them on the next level? How are they not stressing out about where the next commission is coming from? It's those things that we need to find out. And basically, a little story I tell in here, which it is related to beer league softball, whatever. I play beer league softball, nothing crazy. I'm not super competitive when it comes to beer league softball. I was playing a co-ed league a couple years ago, and I would go out and play I haven't played in a couple years, but I would go out and play couple games every few months or whatever. But I'd fill in for somebody, and we'd go out, and my friend and I, we play double headers. We either play at 6 and 7 or 8 and 9. And so we'd go out and we played a 6 and 7 game. We sat there, finished our game, and a friend of mine and I are sitting there just watching the rest of the game, or the next game, sitting there, and the field director comes over, and he's like, hey, you guys, who was using this bat? Whose bat is this? And we're like, don't know. I mean, I saw it in the dugout, no idea. And he told us, he's like, this is an illegal bat. Now, you might think that an illegal bat might not be that big of a deal because it's beer league softball, and you think you'd be right. However, when he started talking about it, he just said, hey, man, this is an illegal bat. If somebody would have got hurt with this, immediately when somebody gets hurt in beer league softball, they pull the bat. If the guy if they get hurt from the ball coming off the bat, they will have to be, and they come out of the game, the bat automatically gets taken and sent in for testing to make sure that it's a legit bat and it still works. But these bats all have to have a certain stamp so you could know whether or not it's legal or not. This one didn't happen to have that, which you wouldn't think was that serious, right? Well, to make the game safer, because these bats are so strong now and the ball just flies off them so fast, there was an incident where we were talking about it, and they told us, like, okay, that person could be banned for 2 to 5 years. Or if the person got seriously hurt and went to the hospital, had surgery or whatever, that person that got hurt could file charges against the person that used that bat. Not the owner of the bat, the person who used that bat. But how scary is that? Like, you haven't played softball in 10 years, and you decided to go out with your buddies and, hey, come on out. And you happen to grab a bat that was someone else's that you had no idea, you didn't know. And you hurt somebody, and now all of a sudden, you're banned or you're liable for something. I didn't think it was true. I actually called the league itself, like the national association of this league, to find this out. But they said, no, you should know it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you didn't know that bat was there. And I thought that was pretty scary. And the fact that we go through our businesses and our careers not knowing some of these things are available to us, that's not anybody else's fault but our own, and we don't get an automatic reset back to where we should have known it or had the opportunity to know it. So that's basically what this chapter is about, just to give you an idea of what the importance is of multiple revenue streams, so that your business can fire on all cylinders. So be back, hit you up in chapter 12 next.